One of my favorite tools to use when drawing realism is a blending stump. Now, blending stump is a very simple tool, but I like to use them in like 3 different ways, maybe even more. But my first way I like to do things is I like to get rid of pencil lines with blending stumps. So I'll lay down some graphite with my pencil and then you can sort of blend it out. And then the second way that I like to use blending stumps is with layering. So I'll lay down some pencil and then I will blend it out and then lay down some more pencil and then blend it out, but a little bit softer. And I think that that really helps create depth when you're drawing realism. And then the third way that I really like to use blending stumps is to honestly just draw. It pairs really, really nicely with graphite powder. So I'll dip some in my graphite powder and just start drawing with them. And then that way I can create soft lines. So to show you a few examples of that stuff, let's see. First of all would be this. Now, blending stumps will help you instead of using your finger, but if you're trying to create large areas of smooth shading, I recommend not using a blending stump. You might start that way, but a lot of times you'll end up seeing the blending stump marks, like over here in this corner. You can kind of see at the top left right there, the different lines that a blending stump can end up creating. Now, use toilet paper if you're going to look for a large area. Otherwise, small areas, blending stumps are great. And then the area in the background here was almost completely drawn with a blending stump. And then the areas like in Eleven's face right there, it's and her hand. It's one of those things where I did use a lot of layering. So I would draw with pencil, blending stump, pencil, blending stump, and it helps sort of create that depth and that look. And the other thing is don't spend a lot of these. Even my local art store has them way too expensive. It's like $6 for $12 there. Way too much for these little guys. I like to get them, I think I got my last pack on Amazon. I don't love using Amazon, but for the price, it was incredible. So I got like 30 to 60 of these for something like $9, and a far cry from 6 for 12. And then the other thing that I like to do maybe a little bit differently is a lot of people will take these and they will start to trim them off, shave them down, use sanding paper to get back to a clean surface. But when you have a lot of them, what you can do is I like to use different sizes and stuff, but I like to let them get dirty with graphite over time, and then I can pretty much just pick that tool up and just start using it right away without even dipping it in graphite powder or laying down any pencil lines. And it helps create a different effect and different look. And then if I want to create a sort of clean line or just do a subtle transition like with this one, then I will grab a new one because there's a lot of them. But I hope that helps you out. Let me know how it goes with blending stumps and if you like using these, or do you just like shading with your finger? I don't like shading with my finger because the oil